Hey everyone, Mortgage Nerd here. What makes VA mortgages so different from conventional and FHA? You would think, hey, look, it's just a mortgage you get when you go to buy a house, so anybody should offer it. Well, very few people who offer conventional mortgages understand VA. And then you say, oh, well, FHA is a government program, just like VA is a government program, so it should be similar, but it's not. Conventional and FHA are very similar. There's different guidelines for them. VA is completely different because you're talking about the entitlement that a borrower has, that a veteran has. And there's a lot of rules around the entitlement, many other facets of the reverse mortgage that are completely different. Some of the most commonly known, realtors know about these a lot too, is that when you do an inspection on a home, you have to do a termite inspection. So that's something different from the other ones. It's pretty common knowledge. There's so much more to it. I have a client who had closed with me before as a veteran doing a VA mortgage, came to me because he's talking to a builder, one of these large developers, and they're not properly explaining to him the entitlement usage because you get an X amount of entitlement. Let's say you buy a house at $766,000, you've used up all your entitlement because that's the loan limit. Or if it's at $1 million or $2 million, it doesn't matter, you used up your entitlement. But if you bought something at $300,000, subtract the 300 from 766 and you still have 466 in entitlement. It's not exactly how it works, but it gives you a good idea of how it works. When we run the numbers in the system, it comes out similar to that. But he called me because it's like, hey, they're running these numbers in a weird way and it's 25% of this. And 2 seconds on the phone, he's like, oh, I get it. But these other people couldn't explain it because they don't understand. They just sent it over to someone in their office that did the calculation. I said, here you go. And they couldn't explain it properly. I hope I get that mortgage. He might end up going with that developer because they offer all these bells and whistles. I can make an entire other video on the downside of using developers. Either way, this is why it's important if you're doing a VA mortgage and you work with someone who knows what they're talking about, has done hundreds of VA mortgages, as I have, and are able to explain everything to you in a clear and concise manner. Mortgage Nerd out.